Hello, students. In this lecture, we will continue to read the poem Enterprise by Nissim Ezekiel. As the title of the poem says, this is about a journey, about a pilgrimage that Ezekiel, the poet, and some of his fellow travelers, a group of travelers, they undertake. So the poem begins that the journey begins with a lot of enthusiasm, and Ezekiel says that they are full of hope, courage, and lot of determination to reach their destination. And although they face certain difficulties, but the difficulties are unable to deter, unable to challenge their determination and courage. Slowly, there is one of the travelers who decides to leave the group, and that is the time that they have a lot of differences, and these differences make the the friend, the traveler, leave the group. He is one of the very fine writers. He's a good writer, he's a scholar and intelligent person who then decides to leave the group. This is the time from which that the group begins to find lot of problems coming up, and they are unable to handle the problems. After this part, the group members, the travelers, are also attacked by some people who try to loot them, who try to take away certain belongings. And this is an attempt to save themselves, they lost their way. Ezekiel then says a section claimed its liberty to leave the group. So there are certain group members who do not wish to continue to move with the group, and they demand that they want to be separated from the group. Ezekiel says that I tried to pray, seeing such difficulties coming up on their way, as one of the members left the group because of differences of opinion. Then they were attacked by people, and then there are certain group members who want to leave the group. Seeing all the difficulties coming up, Ezekiel says that I tried to pray. I was asking help from the Almighty, from God. And then he says, our leader smelt the sea. He says that our leader said he smelt the sea. Now, this sentence is about the leader who says that I smelt the sea. That is, I was seeing that we all have reached a dead end, that there is no further way that we can move. So this particular sentence, I smelt the sea, is a very is a sentence where Ezekiel is saying that the leader felt that they have reached a dead end and they must go back, and their pilgrimage must end now. There is no reason that they should continue. This is what the leader felt at this particular time. Ezekiel, Ezekiel then says that although the leader was trying to maintain the unity of the group, he still felt that he was smelling the sea, he was feeling that there is no purpose, as there have been disagreements and there have been problems coming up. So there is no reason, there is no purpose to continue for the pilgrimage. We come to the next stanza. We come to the next stanza of the poem where, I'm sorry, he says that we noticed nothing as we went, a straggling crowd of little hope, ignoring what the thunder meant. Deprived of common needs like soap, some were broken, some merely bent. So there are certain people who left the group, and the leader is already feeling that there is no purpose of continuing the journey, yet the group of travelers continues to move. Ezekiel says that we noticed nothing as we went. So earlier, the writer was able to notice so many things on the journey. He was able to make a note about what the farmers were selling and buying, about the habits of serpents and goats. That is the common, ordinary things that he was able to see during the journey. But now he says that we noticed nothing as we went. So we were now unable to notice the things that we earlier noticed. So, this common intellectual endeavor was now proving to be futile. And he says, a straggling crowd of little hope. Now we were just a crowd of little hope. We were now straggling. Now, straggling is that you are struggling with certain thing. So he says that we were straggling crowd. That is, we were remaining behind while others have gone ahead. Some of them were moving ahead, some of them were lagging behind. And it was not a group now, it was only a crowd. The group means that we were working together, cooperating and supporting each other, helping each other. But now we were only a crowd, people moving together without any expectations or without any expectations of hope and support from each other. And we also had little hope. We were not so much hopeful as we were when we began the journey. When we began the journey, we were full of hope, but now we just had little hope. Ezekiel says, ignoring what the thunder meant. So now these travelers, they felt that they had failed to maintain the speed and pace that was necessary for the achievement of the purpose. And they also failed to understand what the thunder meant. That is, the remaining travelers, they now paid no attention to even what was the thunder, that there was a thunder, that there was a lightning, which definitely was an indication to them about something important that is going to arrive, that is there for them. But here, the travelers who were now not full of hope, who were not full of courage and determination, who were just a straggling crowd, so therefore they failed to understand the meaning of the thunder that happened during the journey. And also, the best scholars have already left them. Then he says that deprived of common needs like soap, we were falling short of things, certain things which were necessary for. We were falling short of certain things which were necessary for moving, for our daily survival. So, like soap or other things that we needed for everyday journey, we uh, we were falling short of them. We were lacking them. And then he says, some were broken, some merely bent. There were some people who were disheartened, who were broken, who had not the same courage and spirit as we started, and some merely bent. Only some people seemed to be inclined, little full of hope to continue walking for this journey. So now the people, the hope, the courage, the determination, and also the spirit with which they started the journey was no more present here. They were disillusioned actually. So there is a disillusionment of the pilgrims now, and they doubt even the purpose. So he says, when finally we reach the place, we hardly know why we were there. These are very important lines of the poem, as they began the pilgrimage for a certain reason, but now, after reaching the destination, they don't even know that why they have reached the place, why they came for the journey, and why are we here? What do we want from this place? So, this is the total disillusionment, total hopelessness of the pilgrims, that they even doubt now the purpose and the significance of the journey. He says, the trip had darkened every face. Instead of feeling happy, hopeful, more charged up, and energetic, all the people who have now reached the place, their faces have darkened. They have no hope, no light on the face, no happiness, no joy, which should have been there. Those things, those emotions should have been there when they have reached the pilgrimage, the holy place, but all these things are missing. Ezekiel says, our deeds were neither great nor rare. Home is where we have to gather grace. Ezekiel says, our deeds. Deeds refers to the action of taking this journey. So our deeds were neither great nor rare. Neither they have done something very great, but nor they have done something which is rare. although they have done something uh, by coming to this place, this is an achievement, but yes, it is not a great achievement because the purpose of the journey is lost. The spirit of the journey is no more present here. And he says that it seems to have been meaningless and futile journey because all their noble aspirations they have forgotten, and there is only sorrow and suffering on every face. So now they are conscious of the fact that their actions have neither been great nor rare. The final line of the poem is the lesson of the poem, where Ezekiel says, home is where we have to gather grace. For the purpose of taking any pilgrimage, going to any holy place, is that you want to be hopeful, that you want to feel that you are happy, or you want to experience certain blessing, or you want to be energetic in life, something that you are missing in your life. But he says that all these things we go and search outside, but the source of all these things is already one place where we are already there, and that is our own home, our own house. So home is where we have to gather grace. It is actually the home which is the source and the solution to all our problems. So instead of searching for something outside and taking a journey to big places, big temples, big holy places, we should go and first correct the things that are at our own house. So for getting energy or positivity, we don't need to go outside. Rather, we can find all these things in our own very house. This is what he wants to convey to us. So it is this final line has condensed the moral lesson of the poem, that is the efforts that one makes to escape from the realities of human existence, they are all futile. The heroism or the grace of all these endeavors is to accept our position, accept our situation in life, and do the best by serving God and by serving humanity. So, in a way, you can understand that the journey was futile because these people failed to have that feeling of achievement and working and moving together as a group. Rather, they understood that there is no reason that we have come here, we have lost the purpose. So, the purpose of taking the journey is altogether a futile, because if you have gone out to find positivity, it is much better that you find that positivity and energy at your own place, at your own home, by serving God, by doing your work honestly, and by helping and working for humanity. This is the final line of the poem, giving us the moral lesson. What Ezekiel wants to convey, that instead of taking big journeys and going for huge holy places and which have lot of people coming up, but if you don't have the right spirit, if you don't have the right emotion after that, then it is a futile journey. So, this home also refers to his own city, to his own life, where the poet and the fellow members have always lived their lives. So, home is actually the reality principle, that we must accept what is our situation and we must do something for that situation which we are facing in our lives, rather than going out and going for a frustrating journey where people don't support each other and there is no unity or harmony amongst the members. This is what Ezekiel wants to convey in the poem, and I hope you were able to understand the poem. Thank you so much.